editing my video from earlier. And one of the guys that I was watching on Facebook, who's watching the Blue Angels, who has connections, said one of the pilots is still in the air because he's having landing gear
Kyle
problems.
McMullen, if you're wrong, we're blaming you anyway,
So
man.
this is the first of its kind around here. So there's still one Blue Angel in the
Well,
air. I guess he's
something's
going
up.
down his checklist and
So
whatnot, trying to burn his
I
fuel.
don't know what the
I don't know if he's
problem
going to
is,
make an
but it
emergency
makes
landing or
sense that
whatnot,
he's
but
circling.
I'm listening to my guy now.
And the show was short. And jets start going up. So with him out there with some sort of situation, that's why the jets aren't up yet. The commercial jets.
Hmm.
Stay tuned for further updates.
Excuse the one on his phone. He's actually out in the water right behind the base, Boca Chica
Tina,
base.
I don't know which jet it is. I don't know. Kyle, did they say what jet? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to say that over the scanner. I think it's the jet the one that's painted blue and yellow and has a number on it. It's the blue jet. One of the Blue Angels. Well, we don't know what jet it is. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. I don't hear anything going or anything.
If you're just coming in, I was
Yeah,
just
I don't
live
hear
streaming the Blue
anything
Angel
anymore.
show, and we thought it was
Is
over, but
anyone up at
I
the
guess it was
show?
over,
Let's
but
see.
it's still one
Let's
flying
see.
around.
We'll
I'm
probably
listening
send
to a local
another
guy who
jet
has
up
some
to assist to have him
information that
manually
one of the
drop
Blue
it.
Angels are having trouble landing.
Well, I
His
don't
landing gear
see
is not coming
anything.
out. So I guess he's going down like a checklist and
I
whatnot.
don't hear anything, and I don't see it.
And
So
I don't
before
know
he
what
was
kind of landing he's
circling
going to try to
around.
make, a
This is
crash landing
that's
or
where the base
whatnot.
is,
But
right
here
over
in Key
there.
West, Florida,
And we were watching him circle, and I don't see anything going on right now.
yeah, we got a Blue Angels in the air. He can't land because he his landing gear won't come down. At least they said the landing gear recognition button or whatever. I'm not familiar with that stuff. It's not showing. So he's in the air, stuck flying around, burning fuel here in Key West, Florida. Because you won't hear stuff like this on the news. But
Is it too early to get in pajamas and
this is
put
just a
on
guy that I'm listening
Netflix
to on my Facebook page, and
and
he's in
be
Key
done
West.
for
He's
the day?
actually in the water right outside the military base. Because, like I said, we're in the island surrounded by water. And he has a connection
Hey,
on the
Robert.
base that told him
Well, guys, I don't see anything. I don't
that
hear any
he's having
jets.
trouble. So hopefully he gets down safe.
I really hope
Let's try to listen some
everything's
more.
okay. All right, you got all your stuff? All right. See you later. I'll be up in a little bit. She's going up. She's gonna go do the S's. Shit, shower, shampoo, shave, and shine.
What's up, Boston fans? Sean Dale Washington. B Player 609. What's happening, man? Y'all like subscribe, man. I'm gonna be doing more
I
content
will.
like this. This was a music channel of mine, but
I'm gonna sit out here and finish
I
my
started
book.
another music channel on YouTube, so I'm turning into this channel into like a topic channel, talk about my life in Key West, Florida, and whatnot. So right now
Are you
we're
guys
waiting to
looking
see
for
what
a
happens with
charter
this Blue Angels pilot.
to go to the
Hopefully he lands
sandbar?
safely.
Actually, they have a new fast boat to take you out to the dry Tortugas. They got one of those Hellcat boats.
But this is
You
the
can get
guy I'm
out to the
listening
dry
to.
Tortugas in no
I'm
time.
listening to him on my
Let me know.
Facebook, and
This is who we use, who my wife and I use when we go to the
I
sandbar.
guess he's just plugging something or whatnot. Or who knows?
Carl Masters saying the number 3 plane landed mid-show and took off again. Okay.
Okay.
And what else, Carl? Never seen that before. I agree, Carl. I've not seen that before. Listen, this show was very different, okay? It was very different. It was short. So something's up. That's all. Is Michelle Myers on? I didn't see her on here. Glenn Sontag is on. Well, I'm staying on, guys, because we're trying to see what's going on. There was one plane who seems to have a malfunction, and he's circling, but I don't see him anymore. Does anyone have any further updates?
Maybe he landed. Hopefully he landed. Yeah, because the show was rather short because yesterday it was supposed to be a show and it was a bad thunderstorm. We had tornado warnings and whatnot, so they delayed it. They delayed it, and then they end up canceling it. So we thought they would have, give them a big show today because they canceled out yesterday. But the show ended again. This time it ended shortly. And
What's up, everyone?
let me see what he got.
Out on the dock.
He's just sitting there waiting on his. Oh, he said he's on this dock. I thought he was on the boat. But he's waiting for more information to see if this Blue Angels pilot landed. So he's just waiting like I'm waiting. I was in the process because I was streaming earlier because I could actually see the Blue Angels from my back porch. And I thought the show was over myself, so I came in here to start editing my videos and whatnot. And then he was talking about there's one still in the air that can't land. And then he said the landing gear is stuck.
They should be at the airport now.
And
Charles Albright should be at the airport.
he's still in the air. I guess he's burning off fuel and going down the checklist. I guess to do an emergency landing, I would assume. I don't know. Hello, Carrie Capito. I can't understand that, what you typed on. Okay.
I wonder what they would do. I wonder, just talking, guys, we just have a conversation sometimes. I don't think we put it into just talk to everyone, just on the runway. Carol Ingalls, Paul Work, any of my aviation friends on right now? What would be the alternative? So there's a plane taking off from Key West Airport right now.
Okay. So we got commercial planes taking off. It must be.
Corporate jet.
Oh, that's a jet.
So, it's a good sign. Does anyone have any clue as to what they would do if the wind is back on my mic? It might be dead. Hold on. It's still on. You guys can hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you, man.
It still has a green light. Can you guys hear me okay? Get him
We just here, Key West, Florida. We're watching the air show. And kind of early, and come to find out we have a pilot that's in the air, stuck in the air that can't because his landing gear is not acting properly. So I think he's burned off. He's going down a checklist in case he has to do an emergency landing. So I'm listening to one of my guys on Facebook, and he has a connection on the base that told him that this is what's going on. We're trying to see if it was going on. I was streaming earlier the Blue Angel show from my back porch, and
but a plane just took off.
I was editing my videos and then I heard him saying something about we still got a guy in there and stuff.
I'm really,
So
I'm
let's
gonna find right
let's
now.
listen to him a little bit more before I cut out of here
You know,
because you won't hear this on the news.
let's just hope nothing bad.
It's like local stuff.
Hear you, but also you can hear me, but also the wind. I don't know, Tina. Does anyone else hear the wind? The green light's on. It's supposed to be working. Let me shut it, and you tell me the difference. Hold on. Now there's no microphone. How does it sound now? Can you tell the difference? This is with no. I just shut this off. Can you hear the difference? And now I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to turn the. Hey,
All right, I'll keep you guys posted. Subscribe. It's Carrie from Carrying Me.